Hello, guys. This is Nived, and I'm about to do a dramatic reading of My Immortal. My Immortal is one of the worst fan fictions of all time. Now, so it's said. Um, I'm not one to have an opinion of things like this. Again, like everything is highly subjective. So, once someone joins, then we can start, I guess. But again, this is supposed to start at exactly what 12:30. So let's get ready for that. Please hold. So now I'm trying to get as many people as possible. Okay, people are joining in. That's nice. Do promote this because no, I need all the help I can get. Hello, Akshay. You'll be moderating. We're the only two people here, but please promote Max as much as you can. I'll just put it up on Insta because I haven't. Yep, I'm back. Bharat, Vanilla. Um, what I need, yeah. So, could you just like Akshay? Could you just explain to Bharat what I'll be doing? This sentence. Wait, wait. He left. Okay, so I think we can start now. Yeah, so I have my hair up like a coconut tree. Anyone calls it a fountain? Stone them. Can you please confirm that I'm audible? Could you please confirm that I'm audible? One of you, like any of you. Okay, thanks, Bharat. So now I can actually go live. So I'll be reading chapters from 1 to 22. And starting this moment, whenever someone, if someone comes in, that's the first thing I have to say. But if someone comes in, could you guys please explain to them like what's up? So yeah, we're right at the 10-minute mark. Let's start. So I'll also be reading out the little notes that what was the name again? So the person who wrote this, the person who wrote My Immortal, is okay. So her like username was XXX bloody wrists 666XXX and self-identified as Tara Gillespie. Okay, so yeah, so that is the person who made this, but her character name is something very weird. So yeah. So I'll start now. I'll also read the things. There's an AN before every single time she puts up a note. That's special and that's especially hard to read. Chapter 1, AN. Special fangs. Get it? Because I'm gothic. To my GF, ew, not that way. Raven, bloody tears 666 for helping me with the story and spelling. You rock. Justin, you're the love of my depressing life. You rock too. My Chemical Romance rocks. And then there are a lot of X's. I'm not going to read that. Hi, my name is Ebony Darkness Dementia Ravenway, and I have long ebony black hair. That's how I got my name, with purple streaks and red tips that reaches my mid back, and icy blue eyes like limpid tears. And a lot of people tell me I look like Amy Lee. An, if you don't know who that is, who she is, get the hell out of here. Amy Lee is the front woman of Evanescence. This, if you don't know who that is, get out of here. I'm not related to Gerard Way, but I wish I was because he's a major fucking hottie. I'm a vampire, but my teeth are straight and white. I have pale white skin. I'm also a witch, and I go to a magic school called Hogwarts in England, where I'm in the seventh year. I'm 17. I'm a goth, in case you couldn't tell, and I wear mostly black. I love Hot Topic and I buy all my clothes from there. For example, today I was wearing a black corset with a matching lace around it and black leather miniskirt, pink fishnets, and black combat boots. I was wearing black lipstick, white foundation, black eyeliner, and red eyeshadow. I was walking outside Hogwarts. It was snowing and raining, so there was no sun, which I was very happy about. A lot of preps stared at me. I put up my middle finger at them. Hey, Ebony, shouted a voice. I looked up. It was Draco Malfoy. What's up, Draco? I asked. Nothing, he said shyly. But then I heard my friends call me and I had to go away. So that's chapter 1. Is it good? Please tell me, Fangs. Chapter 2. Ian. Thanks to Bloody Tier 666 for helping me with the chapter. By the way, preps stop flaming my story, okay? The next day, I woke up in my bedroom. It was snowing and raining again. I opened the door of my coffin and drank some blood from a bottle I had. My coffin was black ebony and inside it was hot pink velvet with black lace on the ends. I got out of my coffin and took off my giant My Chemical Romance t-shirt which I used for pajamas. Instead, I put on a black leather dress, a pentagram necklace, combat boots, and black fishnets on. I put on 4 pairs of earrings in my pierced ears and put my hair in a kind of messy bun. My friend Willow. Now, Willow is a self insert for Raven who helped with the spelling errors. And, well, my friend Willow woke up then and grinned at me. She flipped her long waist length raven black hair with pink streaks and opened her forest green eyes. She put on her Marilyn Manson t shirt with a black mini, fishnets, and pointy high heel boots. We put on we put on our makeup, black lipstick, white foundation, and black eyeliner. Oh my fucking god. I saw you talking to Draco Malfoy yesterday, she said excitedly. Yeah. So I said, blushing. Do you like Draco? She asked as we went out of the Slytherin common room and into the Great Hall. No, I so fucking don't, I shouted. Yeah, right, she exclaimed. Just then, Draco walked up to me. Hi, he said. Hi, I replied, flirtily. Guess what? He said. What? I asked. Well, Good Charlotte are having a concert in Hogsmeade, he told me. Oh my fucking god, I screamed. I love Good Charlotte. They're my favorite band besides My Chemical Romance. Well, do you want to go with me? He asked. I gasped. Chapter 3. AN. Stop flaming the story preps, okay? Otherwise, thanks to the gothic people for the good reviews. Fangs again Raven. Oh yeah, by the way, I don't own this or the lyrics for Good Charlotte. On the night of the concert, I put on my black lacer boots with high heels. Underneath them were ripped red fishnets. Then I put on a black leather mini dress with all this corset stuff on the back and front. I put on matching fishnets on my arms. I straightened my hair and made it look all spiky. I felt a little depressed then, so I slit one of my wrists. I read a depressing book while I waited for it to stop bleeding, and I listened to some Good Charlotte. I painted my nails black and put on tons of black eyeliner. Then I put on some black lipstick. I didn't put on foundation because I was pale anyway. I drank some human blood, so I was ready to go to the concert. I went outside. Draco was waiting there in front of his flying car. He was wearing a simple plan t shirt. They would play at the show too. Baggy black skater pants, black nail polish, and a little eyeliner. And I lot for cool boys wear it, okay? Hi, Draco, I said in a depressed voice. Hi, Draco, I said in a depressed voice. Hi, Ebony, he said back. We walked into his flying black Mercedes Benz. The license plate said 666 and flew to the place with the concert. On the way, we listened excitedly to Good Charlotte and Marilyn Manson. Lights are not working. Damn it, lights are not working. Okay. Haha, lights are working again. Okay. Uh, we both smoked cigarettes and drugs. When we got there, we both hopped out of the car. We went to the mosh pit at the front of the stage and jumped up and down as we listened to Good Charlotte. You come in cold, you're covered in blood. They're all so happy you've arrived. The doctor cuts your cords, hands you to your mom. She sets you free into this life, sang Joel. I don't know the lyrics to that song, and I'm pretty sure that doesn't sound like that, but Joel is so fucking hot, I said to Draco, pointing to him as he sung, filling the club with his amazing voice. Suddenly, Draco looked sad. What's wrong? I asked as we marched to the music. Then I got on. Hey, it's okay. I don't like him better than you, I said. Really? Asked Draco sensitively, and he put his arm around me, all protective. Really, I said. Besides, I don't even know Joel, and he's going on with Hillary fucking Duff. I fucking hate that little bitch, I said disgustedly, thinking of her ugly blonde face. The night went on really well, and I had a great time. So did Draco. After the concert, we drank some beer and asked Benji and Joel for their autographs and photos with them. We got Good Charlotte concert tees. Draco and I crawled back into the Mercedes Benz, but Draco didn't fly back to Hogwarts. Instead, he drove his car into the Forbidden Forest. Okay, 3 chapters down. Okay, let's go to 4. Yeah, I'm using my phone light because the emergency lamp doesn't like ran out of charge. So yeah, I guess it didn't. It created an emergency. So okay, let's go back. Chapter 4. AN. I said stop flaming. Okay, Ebony's name is Enobi, not Mary Sue. Okay. Draco is so in love with her that he is acting different. They knew each other before, okay? Draco, I shouted, what the fuck do you think you're doing? Draco didn't answer, but he stopped the flying car and he walked out of it. I walked out of it too, curiously. What the fuck? King hell, I asked angrily. Ebony, he asked. What? I snapped. Draco leaned in extra close, and I looked into his gothic red eyes. He was wearing color contacts, which revealed so much depressing sorrow and evilness. And then suddenly I didn't feel mad anymore. And then suddenly, just as Draco, Draco kissed me passionately. Passionately. Draco climbed on top of me and we started to make out keenly against a tree. He took off my top and I took off his clothes. I even took off my bra. And then He put his thingy into my you know what, and and we did it for the first time. Oh, oh, oh! I screamed. I was beginning to get an orgasm. We started to kiss everywhere, and my pale body became all warm. And then, what the hell are you doing, you motherfuckers? It was Dumbledore. Chapter 5. Stop flaming. If you flam, it means you're a prep or a poser. The only reason Dumbledore swore is because he had a headache. Okay? And on top of that, he was mad at them for having sex. P.S. I'm not updating until I get good 5 revolts. Dumbledore made and Draco and I follow him. He kept shouting at us angrily. You ludicrous fools! He shouted. I started to cry tears of blood down my pallid face. Draco comforted me. When we went back to the castle, Dumbledore took us to Professor Snape and Professor McGonagall, who were both looking very angry. They were having sexual intercourse in the Forbidden Forest, he yelled in a furious voice. Why did you do such a thing, you mediocre dunces? Asked Professor McGonagall. How dare you? Demanded Professor Snape. And then Draco shrieked, because I love her. Everyone was quiet. Dumbledore and Professor McGonagall still looked mad, but Professor Snape said, fine, very well. You may go up to your rooms. Draco and I went upstairs while the teachers glared at us. Are you okay, Ebony? Draco asked me gently. Yeah, I guess. I lied. I went to the girls' dorm and brushed my teeth and my hair and changed into a low-cut black floor-length dress with red lace all around it and black high heels when I came out. Draco was standing in front of the bathroom and he started to sing, I Just Wanna Live by Good Charlotte. I was so flattered, even though he wasn't supposed to be there. We hugged and kissed. After that, we said good night and he reluctantly went back into his room. Okay, so I might do some accents. Thankfully, I can fix that easy peasy. Oh, so I might do some accents for the next ones. I don't know, simply because plot is very thick. Okay, so you know what? Can you all like say who's online and who's not? Because like I'd like to know. I'll check up later, and I guess after this chapter ends, so that I can get the confidence boost and continue. Okay, chapter 6. Drip Prebs. Okay. P.S. I'd not update up till you give me good reviews. The next day, I woke up in my coffin. I put on a black miniskirt that was all ripped around the end and a matching top with red skulls all over it, and high-heeled boots that were black. I put on 2 pairs of skull earrings and 2 crosses in my ears. I spray painted my hair with purple. In the great hall, I ate some Count Chocula cereal with blood instead of milk and a glass of red blood. Suddenly, someone bumped into me. All the blood spilled over my top. Bastard! I shouted angrily. I regretted saying it when I looked up because I was looking into the pale white face of a gothic boy with spiky black hair and red streaks in it. He was wearing so much eyeliner that I was going down his face, and he was wearing black lipstick. He didn't have glasses anymore, and now he was wearing red contact lenses just like Draco's, and there was no scar on his forehead anymore. He had a manly stubble on his chin. He had a sexy English accent. He looked exactly like Joel Madden. He was so sexy that my body went all hot when I saw him. Kind of like an erection, only I'm a girl, so I didn't get one, you sicko. You know who he is. I'm so sorry, he said in a shy voice. That's all right. What's your name? I questioned him. My name is Harry Potter, although most people call me vampire these days, he grumbled. Why? I exclaimed. Because I love the taste of human blood. He giggled. Well, I'm a vampire, I confessed. Really? He whimpered. Yeah, I roared. We sat down to talk for a while. Then Draco came up to behind me and told me he had a surprise for me. So I went away with him. Okay, that was okay. That was okay. Leno's here. Nice. So it's just Leno, Akshay, Bharat. Okay. It's Harry Potter, but it's vampire. Okay, getting back. Chapter 7, please. It's so good. I'm like, I think I'm 1/4 of the way done. So I expect this live to go like 2 hours. Just keep promoting, have more people come in. Yeah, please help me out. I might do different accents, you know. Okay. Chapter 7, Bring Me to Life, like that one Evanescence song. Wait, did the other chapters have names? No. She said she just started naming chapters from here on. Okay. Well, okay, you guys, I'm only writing this because I got 5 God reviews. And by the way, I won't write the next chapter till I get 10 God bonds. Stop flaming or I'll report you. Ebony isn't a Mary Sue, okay? She isn't perfect. She's a Satanist. And she has problems. She's depressed, for God's sake. Draco and I held our pale white hands with black nail polish as we went upstairs. I was wearing red Satanist sings on my nails. I was wearing red Satanist sings on my nails and in red nail polish. And see, does that sound like a Mary Sue to you? she, just, she just went in. She was like, I was wearing. It's not even like NOB to vampire. Dark misery was in his depressed eyes. I guess he was jealous of me that I was going out with Draco. Anyway, the fuck? Okay, give me a second. I need to get the lights working again. Hmm. Anyway, I went upstairs excited with Draco. He went into his room and locked the door. Then we started Frenching passively, and we took off each other's clothes enthusiastically. He felt me up before I took off my top. Then I took off my black leather bra and he took off his pants. We went on the bed and started making out naked, and then he put his boy thingy in mine and we had sex. See, is that stupid? Oh, Draco, Draco, I screamed while getting an orgasm when all of a sudden I saw a tattoo I had never seen before on Draco's arm. It was a black heart with an arrow through it. On it, in bloody gothic writing, were the words vampire. I was so angry. You bastard! I shouted angrily, jumping out of the bed. No, no, but you don't understand. Draco pleaded. But I knew too much. No, you fucking idiot. I shouted. You probably have AIDS anyway. Anyway, I put on my clothes all huffily and then stormed out. Draco ran out even though he was naked. He had a really big you know what, but I was too mad to care. I stormed out and did so until I was in Vampire's classroom, where he was having a lesson with Professor Snape and some other people. Vampire Potter, you motherfucker! I yelled. Chapter 8. Wow, that was a plot twist. That was one huge plot twist. Okay. Chapter 8. AN. So all of the ANs means that it's the writer talking to people who are reading. and then the rest is like what she's actually writing. And stop flashing, okay? If you do, then you are a prep. Ooh, okay. So usually she blocks out the like story and what she writes with a couple of X's, like a couple hundred X's. But then in the middle there is a 666. Nice, good touch. At least something to like. Um, okay. Everyone in the class stared at me, and then Draco came into the room, even though he was naked, and started begging me to take him back. Ebony, it's not what you think. Draco screamed sadly. My friend Belody Mary Smith smiled at me understatedly. He flipped her long waist length gothic black hair and opened her crimson eyes like blood that she was wearing contact lenses on. She had pale white skin that she was wearing white makeup on. Hermione was kidnapped when she was born. Her real parents are vampires, and one of them is a witch. But Voldemort killed her mother, and her father committed suicide because he was depressed about it. She still has nightmares about it, and she is very haunted and depressed. It also turns out her real last name is Smith and not Granger. Since she has converted to Satanism, she's in Slytherin now, not Gryffindor. That's the backstory. That's the backstory. Okay. What is it that you desire, you ridiculous dimwit? Snape demeaned angrily in his cold voice, but I ignored him. Vampire, I can't believe you cheated on me with Draco, I shouted at him. Everyone gasped. I don't know why Ebony was so mad at me. I had went out with Vampire. I'm bi. Wait, is this from okay? Suddenly we're in Draco's perspective. I don't know why Ebony was so mad at me. I had went out with Vampire, I'm bi, and so is Ebony, for a while, but then he broke my heart. He dumped me because he liked Britney, a stupid preppy fucker. We were just good friends now. He had gone through horrible problems and now he was gothic. Like I would hang out with the prep. But I'm not going out with Draco anymore, said Vampire. Yeah, fucking right. Fuck off, you bastard. I screamed. I ran out of the door and into the forbidden forest where I had lost my virility to Draco, and then I started to bust into tears. No mistakes so far, like I've been reading it all right. Yeah, like Akshay, could you send this to that professional communication, sir? Like, let this be a thing, I guess, in the curriculum. Okay, chapter 9. AN. Stop flaming, okay? I didn't read all the books. This is from the movie, okay? So it's not my fault if Dumbledore swears. Persuades. I said he had a headache. And the reason Snap doesn't like Harry now is because he's Christian and Vampire is a Satanist. My Chemical Romance rocks. Also, I like how in the previous part when Snape lets her lets her and Draco leave because Draco said he was in love. I really actually like that because it relates to the end where it's revealed that Snape really liked Harry's mom. So it's like he values love and something. Why am I trying to defend this? Okay. I was so mad and sad. I couldn't believe Draco for cheating on me. I began to cry against the tree where I did it with Draco. And then, all of a sudden, a horrible man with red eyes and no nose and everything started flying towards me on a broomstick. He didn't have a nose, basically like Voldemort in the movie. And he was wearing all black, but it was obvious he wasn't gothic. It was Voldemort. No, I shouted in a scared voice, but then Voldemort shouted, Imperious, and I couldn't run away. Wait, is that an actual spell? We're 9 chapters in, and we have a spell from a Harry Potter fanfic. Yes, finally. Okay. And I couldn't run away. Crookshanks! I shouted at him. Voldemort fell off his broom and started. Isn't Crookshanks the cat? Okay. Voldemort fell off his broom and started to scream. I felt bad for him, even though I'm a sadist. So I stopped. Ebony, he yelled, thou must kill Vampire Potter. I thought about Vampire and his sexa eyes and his gothic black hair, and now his face looks just like Joel Madden. I remembered that Draco had said I didn't understand, so I thought, what if Draco went out with Vampire before I went out with him and they broke up? That is literally what Draco said. But okay. No, Voldemort, I shouted back. Voldemort gave me a gun. No, please, I begged. Voldemort gave me a 9 millimeter black Harry Potter. Voldemort gave me a gun. No, please, I begged. Thou must, he yelled. If thou does not, then I shall kill thy beloved Draco. How did you know? I asked in a surprised way. Voldemort got a dude, you're so retarded look on his face. I have telekinesis, he answered cruelly. And if you doth not kill Vampire, then thou know what will happen to Draco, he shouted. Then he flew away angrily on his broomstick. I was so scared and mad, I didn't know what to do. Suddenly, Draco came into the woods. Draco, I said, hi. Hi, he said back, but his face was all sad. He was wearing white foundation and messy eyeliner, kind of like a pentagram. Get it? Between Joel Madden and Gerard Way, you know. Are you okay? I asked. No, he answered. I'm sorry I got all mad at you, but I thought you cheated on me. I expelled. That's okay, he said, all depressed, and we went back into Hogwarts together, making out. Okay, let me read some of the comments. Uh, okay, you want me to defend this piece of shit? Okay. Okay, so yeah. Chapter 10. So we are like, I'm going to be reading about 22 chapters. So we're at chapter 10. Nice. AN. Stop it, UK fags. If you do not like my story, then fuck off. PS. It turns out Bloody Mary isn't a muggle after all, and she and Vampire are evil. That's why they moved houses. Okay. I was really scared about Voldemort all day. I was even upset when to rehearsals with my gothic metal band Bloody Gothic Rose 666. I am the lead singer of it and I play guitar. People say that we sound like a cross between Good Charlotte, Slipknot, and My Chemical Romance. Wow. If you do, then like nice. Leno, should we take them into MC? The other people in the band are Bloody Mary, Vampire, Draco, and Ron. Although we call him Diabolo now. He has black hair now with blue streaks in it. And Hagrid. Only today, Draco and Vampire were depressed, so they weren't coming and we wrote songs instead. I knew Draco was probably slitting his wrist. He couldn't die because he was a vampire too, and the only way you can kill a vampire is with a CROSS. There's no way I'm writing that. Or a stake. Because, you know, like, vampires have the same weaknesses as BJP, you know, cows. And Vampire was probably watching a depressing movie like The Corpse Bride. I put on a black leather shirt and showed off my boobs and tiny matching miniskirt that said plain simple on the butt. You might think I'm a slut, but I'm really not. We were singing a cover of Helena, and at the end of the song, I suddenly burst into tears. Ebony, are you okay? Bloody Mary asked in a concerted voice. What the fuck do you think? I asked angrily. And then I said, well, Voldemort came and the fucking bastard told me to kill Harry. But I didn't want to kill him because he's really nice. And if he did go out with Draco, But if I don't kill Harry, then Voldemort will fucking kill Draco. I burst into tears. Finally burst. Suddenly Draco jumped out from behind a wall. Why didn't you fucking tell me? He shouted. How could you fucking poser muggle bitch. See, is that out of character? I started crying and crying. Draco started to cry too, all sensitive. Then he ran out crying. We practiced for 1 more hour. Then suddenly, Dumbledore walked in angrily. His eyes were all fiery, and I knew this time it wasn't because he had a headache. Finally, he spelled headache right. Okay. What have you done? He started to cry wisely. See, that's because basically not swearing, and this time he was really upset, and you will see why. Ebony Draco has been found in his room. He committed suicide by slitting his wrists. Plot thickens. Yeah, Draco jumped from behind a wall. It's not a Deus Ex Machina, okay? It's perfectly reasonable that he jumped out from behind a wall. He's probably shagging with a vampire. So yeah. So you might think that a vampire can only be killed by stakes and crosses, and he couldn't have committed suicide by slitting his wrists. Okay, so next chapter. AN. I said stop flamming, you prebs. See if this chapter is stupid. 1111. It deals with really serious issues. SPC4 yourself. If it's stupid, bruv. Thanks to my friend Raven for clapping me. No, I screamed. I was horrified. But Bloody Mary tried to comfort me, but I told her to fuck off. And I ran into my room crying myself. Dumbledore chased after me, shouting, but he had to stop when I went into my room because he would look like a perv that way. Anyway, I started crying tears of blood, and then I slit both of my wrists. They got all over my clothes, so I took them off and I jumped into the bath angrily while I put on our Linkin Park song at full volume. See, like, it's kind of ruining these bands for me, but not really. Like it's cherished memory. Okay, this is also a cherished memory, and I'm happy that I'm spending it with you guys. I grabbed a steak and almost stuck it into my heart to commit suicide. I was so fucking depressed. I got out of the bathtub and put on a black low cut dress with lace all over it, sadly. I put on black high heels with pink metal stuff on the ends and 6 pairs of skull earrings. I couldn't fucking believe it. Then I looked out the window and I screamed. Snap was spying on me and he was taking a videotape of me, and Lupin was masticating to and Lupin was masticating to it. They were sitting on their broomsticks. So masticating means chewing, which, see, you might think that she's made a mistake, that she meant something else, but no. Lupin, as it's revealed at the end of Prisoners of Azkaban, is a werewolf. So him masticating means that he was eating something. It's within character. See, it's like these people, Okay. So I'll say the line again. I'll try not to say laugh while saying it. Then I looked out the window and screamed. Snap was spying on me and he was taking a videotape of me. And Lupin was masticating to it. They were sitting on their broomsticks. Hey, you fucking perv, stop looking at me naked. Are you pedos or what? I screamed, putting on a black towel with a picture of Marilyn Manson on it. Suddenly, Vampire ran in. Abracadabra! 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 He yelled at Snape and Lupin, pointing his womb. I took my gun and shot Snape and Lupin a gazillion times. And they both started screaming, and the camera broke. Suddenly, Dumbledore ran in. Ebony, it has been revealed that someone has. No! He shouted, looking at Snape and Lupin. And then he waved his wand, and suddenly Hagrid ran outside on his broom and said, "Everyone, we need to talk." What do you know, Hagrid? You're just a little Hogwarts student. I may be a Hogwarts student, Hagrid paused angrily, but I'm also a Satanist. That's the best quote ever. Man. That's going up somewhere. Like I may be a Hogwarts student, Hagrid paused angrily, but I'm also a Satanist. Damn, that's like one of those Musafir, drop your guns, baby, sort of vibe. No? That's my name. The game is over. Adios. Yeah. Okay. Back to this. This cannot be, Snap said in a crisp voice as blood dripped from his hand where Dumbledore's wand had shot him. There must be other factors. You don't have any, I yelled in madly. Lupin held up the camera triumphantly. The lens may be ruined, but the tape is still there. I felt faint. More than I normally do, like how it feels when you do not drink enough blood. Mood. Why are you doing this? Lupin said angrily while he rubbed his dirty hands on his cloak. Cloak. And then I heard the words that I had heard before, but not from him. I did not know whether to feel shocked or unhappy or to bite him and drink his blood because I felt faint. Because, because, Hagrid said, and he paused in the air, dramatically, waving his wand in the air. Then swooped he in, singing to the tune of Gothic version of a song by 50 Cent. Because you're Gothic? Snap asked in a little afraid voice, because he was afraid it meant he was connected with Satan. Because I love her. Yes, yes. Okay, I'm shipping Hagrid and Ebony at this point. Because obviously, I mean, I may be a Hogwarts student, but I'm also a Satanist. It's like. Bharat, while changing your bio, you have to add paused angrily. I pause angrily, but I'm also a Satanist. It's the best thing. It's the best thing ever. Also, I'll write down how Bloody Mary is spelled because this is why I'm having such a difficulty saying it. That's how Bloody Mary is spelled. Bloody Mary. And no, this isn't Twilight. Okay. Okay, so we're getting into chapter 12. We're like halfway through almost at this point. And what? We're almost an hour in. Yeah. This is in marginally, but Twilight was shit, okay? This is like the best. Okay? Like because you have progression here. It's like what Twilight had what? Twilight had the Kristen Stewart and then Edward Cullen who stole her heart because he's a Cullen, and Wolf Boy. That's just two people. Okay. The number of people who like Enobi, you have you obviously have Draco, you have Vampire, you have Snap, you have Lupin, and now you have Hagrid. Five people. It's like what if you're saying if you're saying it right, it's like 2.5 times better. Yeah, obviously. Okay, so guys, let's get into chapter 12. An Stop effing, okay? Hagrid is a pedo too. A lot of people in American schools are like that. I wanted to address the issue. How do you know Snap isn't Christian? Plus, Hagrid isn't really in love with Ebony. That was Cedric, okay? Wait, Cedric is in this? Okay. I was about to slit my wrists again with a silver knife that Drago had given me in case anything happened to him. He had told me to use it valiantly against an enemy, but I knew that we must go together. No! I thought it was hair grid, but it was vampire. He started to scream, "Oh my fucking god, no, my scar hurts!" And then his eyes rolled up. You could only see his red whites. I stopped. How did you know? I saw it, and my scar turned back into the lightning bolt. No, I ran up closer. I thought you didn't have a scar anymore, I shouted. I do, but Diabolo changed it into a pentagram for me, and I always cover it up with foundation. He said back. Anyway, my scar hurt, and I turned back into the lightning bolt. Save me! And then I had a vision of what was happening to Draco. Voldemort has him bondage. Anyway, I was in the school nurse's office now, recovering from my slit wrists. Snap and Lupin and Hagrid were there too. They were going to send mangoes after they recovered because they were pedophiles and you can't have those fucking pervs teaching in a school with send mangoes. Is that it? Okay. And you can't have those fucking pervs teaching in a school with lots of hot girls. Dumbledore had constipated the video camera they took of me naked. I put up my middle finger at them. Anyway, Hagrid came into my hospital bed holding a bouquet of pink roses. Enobi, I need to tell you something, he said in a very serious voice, giving me the roses. Fuck off, I told him. You know how I hate the color pink anyway. I don't like fucked up preps like you. I snapped. Hagrid had been mean to me before for being gothic. No, Enobi, Hagrid says. Those are not roses. What are the goths to you, poser prep? I asked because I was angry that he had brought me pink roses. I saved your life, he yelled angrily. No, you didn't, I replied. You saved me from getting a Paris Hilton P video made from your shower scene and being wooed by Snap and Lupin, who masturbated. See, that's is that spelled wrong? That is, but okay. To it, he added silently. Whatever, I yelled angrily. He pointed his wand at the pink roses. Those aren't roses. Suddenly, he looked at them with an evil look in his eye and muttered, "Well, if you wanted honesty, that's all you had to say." That's not a spell, that's a My Chemical Romance song. I corrected him wisely. I know, I was just warming up my vocal cords. Then he screamed, "Petulus merengo mi cremically romancio." For all you cool Gothic MCR fans out there, that is a tribute, specifically for Raven, I love you, girl. Imonoto Okayo. Yeah, so and then the roses turned into a huge black flame floating in the middle of the air, and it was black. And I knew he was in a prep. Okay, I believe you now. What the fuck is Draco? Hair grid rolled his eyes. I looked into the balls of flame, but I could see nothing. You see, N.O.B. Dumbledore said, watching the two of us, watching the flame. To see what is in the flames. Haha, you reviewers, flames, get it? You missed. Find yourself first. Okay. I have found myself, okay, you mean old man? Hagrid yelled. Dumbledore looked shocked. I guess he didn't have a headache, or else he would have said something back. Hagrid stormed off into his bed. You are a liar, Prof. Dumbledore. Anyway, When I got better, I went upstairs and put on a black leather mini dress that was all ripped on the ends with lace on it. There was some corset stuff on the front. Then I put on black fishnets and black high heel boots with pictures of Billy Joe Armstrong on them. I put my hair all out in front of me so I looked like Samara from The Ring. If you don't know who she is, you're a prep. So fuck off. Then I put on bloody red lipstick, black eyeliner, and black lip gloss. You look kawaii, girl. But Bloody Mary said sadly. Fangs, get it? Fangs, you do too. I said sadly. But I was still upset. I slit both my wrists, feeling totally depressed, and I sucked all the blood. I cried against the bathroom and put shades on so Snap and Lupin couldn't spy on me this time. See, it's good shit. Snap and Lupin couldn't spy on me this time. I went to some classes. Mood. Vampire was in the hair of magic creatures. He looked all depressed because Draco had disappeared and he had used to be in love with Draco. He was sucking some blood from a Hufflepuff day. Why hurting the Hufflepuff? Hufflepuff's shit. Even okay. Hufflepuff. Hi, he said in a depressed way. Hi, back. I said in an wow clay said way. We both looked at each other for some time. Harry had beautiful red gothic eyes, so much like Draco's. Then we jumped on each other and started screwing each other. Boo! Stop it now, you horny simpletons! Shouted Professor McGoggle, who was watching us, and so was everyone else. Vampire, you fucker! I said, slapping him. Stop trying to screw me. You know I love Draco. I shouted, then I ran away angrily. Just then, he started to scream, "Oh my fucking god, no, my scar hurts!" And then his eyes rolled up. You could only see his red whites. No, I ran up closer. I thought you didn't have a scar anymore. I shouted. Wait, did I go back? Did I go forward? Wait, what? Wait, once again. Oh shit, she repeated this. She put the. Huh. Did she just copy paste? Okay, I'm still gonna read it. So yeah, oh, fuck you. No, I ran up closer. I thought you didn't have a scar anymore. I shouted. I do, but Diabolo changed it into a pentagram for me, and I always used to cover it up with foundation. He said back. Anyway, my scar hurt. Then I had a vision of what was happening to Draco. Voldemort has him bondage. I thought we already knew this. Okay. So I'll be reading the comments again, and while I'm doing that, I'll also be slitting my wrists because, yes. Shit. Okay, Hagrid is a pedo too. Yeah, yeah. My ship is gone. Okay, my ship has sailed. I want something good. Like, can we get Bloody Mary and Diabolo fanfic? It's hard to cut this stuff. Okay. Okay. Uh, because I hope you all are having fun. We are, yeah, we are beyond halfway, and damn, on the mark. You've been watching me read this shit for 1 hour. Okay, I'm gonna do another stream, maybe probably next week or something, where I'll be reading the last 22 chapters. But for now, this is it. Yeah, we have more chapters to go. Yeah, chapter 13. Wait, no. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Chapter 3. Special thanks to Raven, my gothic blood sister. What the fuck you're supposed to write this? Hey Raven, do you know where my sweater? I Raven, thanks for helping me. I'm sorry. Talk your poster of Gerard, but that guy is such a fucking sex bomb. Preps, stop flaming. Vampire and I ran up the stairs looking for Dumbledore. We were so scared. Dumbledore, Dumbledore! We both yelled. Dumbledore came there. What is that you want now, you despicable snobs? He asked angrily. Voldemort has Draco, we shouted at the same time. He laughed in an evil voice. No, don't. We need to save Draco, we begged. No, he said meanly. I don't give a damn. I don't give a darn what Voldemort does to Draco. Not after how much he misbehaved in school, especially with you, Ebony, he said while he frowned, looking at me. Besides, I never liked him that much anyway. Then he walked away. Vampire started crying. My Draco, he moaned. And don't you fuck gay guys are like so hot? It's okay. I tried to tell him, but that didn't stop him. He started to cry tears of blood. Then he had a brainstorm. I had an idea, he exclaimed. What? I asked him. You will see, he said. He took out his wand and did a spell. Then suddenly we were in Voldemort's lair. We ran in with our wands out just as we heard a croon voice say, Allah Kedavra. See, this is the thing I apologize for. Okay, this is what I'm apologizing for. This is what I have to say. Okay, we ran in with our wands out just as we heard a croon voice say, "Allah Kedavra." It was Voldemort. Okay, so we have Snap is Christian, Ebony is Satanist, and apparently Voldemort is Muslim. We have a diverse, see like Harry Potter never had that much diversity. It's like what JK is always like retconning stuff and adding new diverse characters. It's like, I mean, come on, it's like, hey, you need a Jewish character, well the side character was Jewish, you have like two Indian characters, two token Indian characters, and it's like, I know it's very racist, but you have such a diverse cast here, man. It's like, I'm happy that you guys are having fun with this. Okay, but just so you know, it's slowly becoming better than Harry Potter. Honestly, like, yeah. Chapter 14. Oh, okay. So for she named one chapter, then she stopped. Chapter 14. An. Fuck off, Prebs. Okay. Raven, thanks for helping again. I'm sorry, couldn't update, but I was depressed and I had to go to the hospital because I slit my wrists. P.S. I'm not updating till you give me 10. God revives. Let's give her 10. God revives. You know what? You all should give me 10 God revives. Okay, chapter starting. Warning: some of this chapter is extremely scary. Viewer excretion advised. Okay, you've been advised. We ran to where Voldemort was. It turned out that Voldemort wasn't there. Instead, that the fat guy who killed Cedric was. Draco was there, crying tears of blood. Snaketail was torturing him. Vampire and I ran in front of Snaketail. Not Vampire, Snaketail. Rid my sight, you despicable preps, he shouted as we started shooting him with the gun he. Then suddenly he looked at me and he fell down with a lovey-dovey look in his eyes. Ebony, I love you. Will you have sex with me? He said. In this, he's 16 years old, so he's not a pedophile, okay? See, you have the sixth character who's in love with NOB. So yeah, it's way better than Twilight at this point. It's like, yeah, like, can modern media please catch up? Please. So I'll say the line again. It's all no space, one line. I'll put it down in the comments after the chapters. Ebony, I love you so much. Will you have sex with me? He said. In this, he's 16 years old, so he's not a pedophile. Okay. Huh? I asked. Enobi, I love you. Will you have sex with me? He asked Snaketail. I started laughing crudely. What the fuck? You torture my boyfriend and then you expect me to fuck you? God, you're so fucked up, you fucking bastard. I said angrily. Then I stabbed in the heart. Blood poured out of it like a fountain. Wow. No! He screamed. He started screaming and running around. Then he fell down and died. I burst into tears sadly. Snaketail, what art thou doing? Called Voldemort. Then he started coming. We could hear his high heels clacking to us. So we got on our broomsticks and we flew to Hogwarts. We went into my room. Vampire went away. There, I started crying. What's wrong, honey? I asked Draco, taking off his clothes so we could screw. He had a six pack. Get it? Because he's so sexy. And a really huge you know what and everything. It's so unfair. I yielded. Why can't I just be ugly or plain like the other girls and preps here, except for Bella D. Mary, because she is not ugly or anything. ഈ സൗന്ദര്യം ഒരു ശാപമാണല്ലോ. Why would you want to be ugly? I don't like the preps anyway. They are such fucking sluts, answered Draco. Yeah, but everyone is in love with me. Like Snap and Lupin took a video of me naked. Hagrid says he's in love with me. Vampire likes me, and now even Snaketail is in love with me. I just want to be with you, okay, Draco? Why couldn't Satan have made me less beautiful? I shouted angrily. And don't worry, Enobi isn't a snob or anything, but a lot of people have told her she's pretty. I'm good at too many things. Why can't I just be normal? It's a fucking curse. I shouted. And then I ran away. I can relate to NOB, man. I can relate to NOB. Okay, I'm reading the comments. It was scary, right? That chapter was like, and okay, yeah. So shit, I forgot to put in. This is exactly what that line was. Okay, chapter 15. So yeah, I think we'll get done. Yeah, before the 2 hour mark. So that's is that good? I don't know. AN. Stop flaming, okay? By the way, you suck from no on every time someone flams me. I'm gonna slit my wrists. Thanks to Raven for helping. Hilpain. Ebony, Ebony, shouted Draco sadly. No, please come back. But I was too mad. Whatever. Now you can go and have sex with Vampire, I shouted. I stormed into my room and closed my black door with my blood red key. I had a picture of Marilyn Manson on it. He looked so sexy in a way that reminded me of Draco and Vampire. I started to cry and weep. I took a razor and started to slit my wrists. I drank all the blood, all depressed. Then I looked at my black good Charlotte watch and I noticed it was time to go to biology class. Mood. I put on a short ripped black gothic dress that said anarchy on the front in black red letters and was all ripped and spiky belt. Under that, I put on ripped black fishnets and boots that said Joel all over them with blood red letters. I put on my ebony black hair out. Anyway, I went downstairs feeling all sad and depressed as usual. I did some advanced biology work. I was turning a bloody pentagram into a black guitar. Biology. Suddenly, the guitar turned into Draco. Enobi, I love you, he shouted sadly. I did not care what those fucker preps and posers think. You're the most beautiful girl in the world. Before I met you, I used to want to commit suicide all the time. Now I just want to fucking be with you. I fucking love you. Then he started singing the Chronicles of Life and Death. We considered it our song now because we fell in love when Joel was singing it right in front of the entire class. His singing voice was so amazing and gothic and sexy, like a cross between Gerard and Joel and Chester and Pierre and Marilyn Manson. And don't you think those guys are so hot? If you do not know who they are, then get the fuck out of here. Oh my fucking god, I said after he was finished. Some fucking prep stared at us, but I just stuck up my middle fingers that were covered in black nail polish and were entwined with Draco's. No. It's like, what? Like this? Okay. And then, I love you, I said. And then we started kiss just like Hillary Duff. I fucking hate that bitch. And the guy in Cinderella story. Then we went away holding hands. Lupin shouted at us, but he stopped because everyone was clapping by how sexy we looked together. See, when you guys get in your relationships, that's what you want. You want everyone to clap because of how sexy you guys look together. That's the real takeaway. Then I saw posters saying that My Chemical Romance would have a concert in Hogsmeade right then. We looked at each other, all shocked, and then we went together. Wow. I was a huge shipper for Hagrid and NOB, but that changed me, you know. Like now I'm like a strong Draco NOB fan. What about you guys? What's your favorite ship like? Comment that, and I'll read it after the next chapter. This is so beautiful. This is so beautiful. And like, actually, you know what? I'm gonna take a tiny little second to. Where's my phone? Oh, shit! It's giving me life. Okay. I'm gonna. I'm trying not to jinx it. Okay, I'm gonna take a tiny little second to do some more promotion. Sending it to more people now. Please hold. Okay. So I'm back, guys. Let's get the light on. In all seriousness, I should be doing it in pitch black because that's how NOB would do it. But you know what? Let's watch. I hope you guys are also promoting it because I really this is an experience that's meant to be shared, and I'm happy that you guys are here with me. Okay, now on with the show, and please comment down your favorite ship so far. So, chapter 16. You know what? Shut up, okay? Prove to me you're not Prepsy. Raven, you suck, you fucking bitch. Give me back my fucking sweet, your subst to Ritus. Raven, what the fuck, you bitch? You're supposed to do this. By the way, thanks to Brittany5655 for teaching my Japanese. Okay, so chapter 16 is special because uh, weirdly, uh, the author, Bloody Wrists 666, had a spell checker, and the spell checker's name is Raven. Chap, yeah, spell checker, apparently. And in chapter 16, the spell checker breaks association with uh, the author. So whatever we had so far, all of the difficulty I was having while I was like reading this out is going to get double now because apparently that is how it reads with the spell check. Props to Raven for actually making sense of what she's saying. Okay, so we ran happily to Hogsmeade. There we saw the stage where Good Charlotte had played. We ran in happily. My Chemical Romance were there playing Helena. I was so fucking happy. Gerard looked even sexier than he did in the pictures. Even Draco thought so. I could only see him getting an erection, but it didn't matter because I know that we were the only true ones for each other. You have to know that you are the only true ones for each other. I was wearing a black leather mini dress and black leather platinum boots with red ripped fishnets. Draco was wearing a black baggy My Chemical Romance t-shirt with black baggy pants. Anyway, we started moshing to Helena. We Frenched. We ran up to the front of the band to stage dive. Suddenly, Gerard pulled off his mask. So did the others. We gasped. It wasn't them at all. It was Voldemort and the Death Dealers. Oh shit! What the fuck? Draco, I'm not going to a concert with you. I shouted angrily. Not after what happened to me last time, even if it's My Chemical Romance and you know how much I like them. What? Because he gadgeted uncomfortably because guys don't like to talk about what. Yeah, because I yielded in an angry voice. We don't do that again. Draco promised. This time we're going with an escort. Oh my fucking god, what the fuck? I giving into the mainstream? I asked. So I guess you're a prep or Christina or now or what now? No, he muttered loudly. Are you becoming a prep or what? I shooted angrily. Enobi, I'm not. Please come with me. He fell down to his knees and started singing The World is Black by Good Charlotte to me. I was flattered because that's not even a single. He had memorized the lyrics just for me. Okay, then I guess I will have to, I said, and then we French for a while, and I went up to my room. Bloody Mary was standing there. Hajima Mishte, Hajime Mishte, girl, she said happily. She speaks Japanese, so do I. That means how do you do in Japanese? That doesn't. Okay. By the way, below that fucking poser got expelled. She failed all her classes and she skipped math. And Raven, you fucking suck. Fuck you. So, back in chapter 2, you get introduced to a character named Willow, who's supposed to be Raven's insert character. And now Raven is off, so Willow is off. Because Willow had such a presence so far, right? See, I speak blasphemously and the light goes off. That's how it is. It serves that fucking bitch right. I laughed angrily. Well, anyway, we were feeling all depressed. We watched some gothic movies like Does Nightmare Before Christmas. Maybe Willow will die too, I said. Kawaii! Bloody Meyer. Bloody Meyer, okay? That's how it's spelled. Kawai, Bloody Meyer shook her head energetically, lethargically. I think she means energetically, lethargically, which is like it's cancel each other out. So she just shook her head. Yeah, that will be posted after I'm done with the chapter. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, have a confession. After she got expelled, I murdered her, and then Lupin did it with her because he's a necrophiliac. Kawaii. I commented happily. We talked to each other in silence for the rest of the movie. Oh, hey, by the way, I'm going to a concert with Draco tonight in Hogsmeade with My Chemical Romance, I said. I need to wear like the hottest hot set outfit ever. Bloody Mary nodded energetically. Oh my fucking god, let's go shopping in Hot Topic, right? I asked, already getting out my special Hot Topic loyalty card. No. My head snapped. What? My head spewing. I couldn't believe it. Bloody Mary? Are you a prep? No, no, she laughed. I found some cool Gothic stores near Hogwarts, that's all. Who told you about them? I asked. Sure, it would be Draco or Diabolo or Vampire. Don't even say that damn to me. Don't even say vampire to her, okay? Or me. Dumbledore, she said. Let me just call her Broms. Oh my fucking god, Dumbledore, I asked quietly. This is like that one moment in what, Goblet of Fire. It's like, Harry, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire? But like, Dumbledore asked calmly, right? This is literally, oh my fucking god, Dumbledore, I asked quietly. Yeah, I saw the map for Hogsmeade on his desk. She told me. Come on, let's go. We were going in a few punk golf stores, especially for the concerts in Hogsmeade. The salesperson was, oh my god, hotter than Gerard, except not because that's impossible. And he gave me a few dresses. We only have these for the real golfs. The real golfs? Me and Bloody Mary asked. Yeah, you wouldn't believe how many posers there are in this town, man. Yesterday, Lupin and Snap tried to buy a Gothic camera pouch. He shook his head. I didn't even know they had a camera. Oh my fucking god, no, they're gonna spy on me again. I cried, running out of the changing room, wearing a long black dress with lots of red tulle coming out and very low cut with a huge slit. Oh my Satan, you have to buy that outfit, the salesperson said. Yeah, it looks totally hot, said Bloody Mary. You know what? I am gonna give it to you free because you look really hot in that outfit. I wish that happened to me. Hey, are you gonna be at the concert tonight? He asked. Yeah, I am actually. I looked back at him. Hey, by the way, my name's Ebondi Darkness Dementia Tara. Wait, what's yours? Tom Ridd. His name is Tom Ridd, he said, and ran a hand through his black dyed hair. Maybe I'll see you there tonight. Yeah, I don't think so because I'm going there with my BF Draco, you sick perv. I yelled angrily, but before he could beg me to go with him, Hagrid flew in on his black broom looking worried. Oh my fucking god, Ebondi, you need or get back into the castle now. What's happening now? Is okay. Unpopular of I ship Snap and masticating Lupin. Bharat, you're spelling Lupin wrong. It's Loopin. Okay. Uh, I don't know if there is any way to support the author, but if there is, I'll let you know. I'll actually link this entire thing that I'm reading in the description. Why I Tom Reed diff from Walt? Leno, your English is turning into this thing. Take care, okay? Like, try not to get a stroke. Okay. Okay. Chapter 17. AN. I said stop filming Dust Trio. If you're a prep, then not read it. You can tell whether you're a prep or not by my quiz. It's on my homepage. Okay, I need to find her homepage. If you're not, then you rock. If you are, then folk off. This vlog isn't really a prep. Raven, please do this. I'll promise to give you back your poster. Tom Riddle gave us some clothes and stuff for free. He said he would help us with makeup if he wanted because he was really into fashion and stuff. He's bisexual. Diversity. And we have like four bisexual characters now. How many bisexual characters does JK have? That's what I thought. That's what I fucking thought. Okay. Hagrid kept shooting at us to come back to Hogwarts. What the fuck, Hagrid? I shouted angrily. Fuck off, you fucking bastard. Well, anyway, Willow came. Hagrid went away angrily. Hey, bitch, you look kawaii, she said. Yeah, but not as kawaii as you, I answered sadly. Because Willow's really pretty and everything. She's wearing a short black corset. Oh, so Willow came back because she wants Raven back. Okay. She was wearing a short black corset thingy with blood red lace on it and black blood red miniskirt, leather fishnets, and black pointy boots that showed off how pale she was. She had a really nice body with big boobs, big bobs. Is this where it comes from? With big bobs and everything. She was thin enough to be anorexic with big bobs. So, are you going to the concert with Draco? She asked. Yeah, I said happily. I'm going with Diabolo. She answered happily. Well, anyway, Draco and Diabolo came. They were both looking extremely hot and sexy, and you could tell they thought we were hot too. Diabolo was wearing a black t-shirt that said 666 on it. He was wearing tons of makeup just like Marilyn Manson. Draco was wearing black leather pants, a gothic black Good Charlotte t-shirt, and black Vans he got from the Warp Tower. Bloody Mart was going to the concert with Dracolo. Dracolo used to be called Navel, but it turned out he was kidnapped at birth and his real family were vampires. They died in a car crash. Navel converted to Satanism and he went goth. He was in Slytherin now. He see development. You see the character. See the character. He was in Slytherin now. He was wearing a black warped t-shirt, black jeans and shoes, and black hair with red streaks in it. We call him Dracula now. Well, anyway, we all went to Draco's black Mercy Benz. Get it? Because we give that his dad Lucian gave him. We did pot, coke, and crack. Draco and I made out. We made fun of those stupid fucking preps. We got there. I gasped. Gerard was the sexiest guy ever. He looked even sexier than he did in pics. He had long raven black hair and piercing blue eyes. He was really skinny and he had an amazing ethnic voice. We moshed to Helena and some older songs. Suddenly, Gerard pulled off his mask. So did the other members. I gasped. It wasn't Gerard at all. It was an ugly, preppy man with no nose and red eyes. Everyone ran away but me and Draco. Draco and I came. It was Voldemort and the dead dealers. This is happening again. You moronic idiots, he shouted angstily. Enobi, I told you to kill vampire. Thou have failed, and now I shall kill thou and Draco. No, no, please, we begged sadly, but he took out his knife. Suddenly, a gothic old man flew in on his broomstick. He had long black hair and a long black beard. He was wearing a he was wearing a black robe that said he was wearing a black robe that said Avril Lavigne on the back. He shouted a spell and Voldemort ran away. It was Dumbledore. Okay, so my throat is really parched. So I'm gonna run, drink water, come back. Okay. Just again, your favorite ships in the comments. Just do it, guys. Okay, I'm back, guys. Throat's all better. Okay. It, so okay. So Dumbledore, you go Dumbly. It's Dumbledore. It's obviously you have Enobi, Dumbledore, Draco, Vampire, Diabolo, Dracula, Naval, Naval Longbottom. His name is even worse now. He already had a bad name. Okay. Chapter 18. So we don't have much to go, and I feel like for the last couple of chapters, we have to go really goth. Okay. I wish I had colored streaks, but at least my hair is spiky, I think, or it's like poofed up. Okay. Chapter 18. An. I said stop flamming. 1 second. Yeah. I said stop flamming. If you do, then you're a fucking prep. Thanks to Raven for the help and stuff. Raven came back. You rock. And you're not a prep. Thanks for my suitor. P.S. The other is son Dumbledore swore is cause he turned to be gothic, so there. I woke up the next day in my coffin. I walked out of it and put on some black eyeliner, black eyeshadow, blood red lipstick, and a black, really low cut leather dress that was all ripped and in stripes so you could see my belly. I was wearing a skull belly ring with black and red diamonds inside it. The night before Draco and I ran back to the skull. Get it? Skull, because I'm gothic and I like death. Dumbledore chased Voldemort away. We flew there on our brooms. Mine was black and broom stuff was red, blood red. There was lace all over it. Draco had a black My Chemical Romance broom. Someone get me a System of a Down broom. We went back to our rooms and we had to, you know what, to a Linkin Park song. Whatever Linkin Park song that is, I can't listen to it anymore because now I'll think of Draco and Anobi. Well, anyway, I went down to the Great Hall. There, all the walls were painted black and the tables were black too. But you fouled. See that there was a pink pant underneath the black pant, and there were pastors of poser boys bands everywhere, like Ashley Simpson and the Backstreet Boys. Okay, my respect decreased because Backstreet Boys are mentioned in a bad light. What the fuck? I shouted, going in to sit next to Bloody Mary and Willow. Bloody Mary was wearing a black leather mini with a good shaloot t shirt, black fishnets, and black pointy boots. Willow was wearing a long gothic black dress with blood red writing that was all lacy and came up to your thighs, and black boots and fishnets. Vampire, Dracula, and Draco came. We started to talk about who was sexier, Mikey or Gerard Way or Billy Joe Armstrong. The boys joined in because they were bi. So it wasn't mentioned before, but yeah, she has just confirmed that indeed Dracula is bi. Such diversity. Those guys were so fucking hot. Neville was saying as suddenly a gothic old man with a black beard and everything came. He was the same one who had chased away Voldemort yesterday. He had normal tan skin, but he was wearing white foundation, and he had dyed his hair black. Dumbledore? We all gasped. What the fuck? I shouted angrily. I thought he was just wearing that to scare Voldemort. Hello everyone, he said happily. As you can see, I gave the room a makeover. What do you think about it? Everyone from the poser table in Gryffindor started to cheer. We goths just looked at each other, all By the way, you can call me Albert, he called as we left to our classes. What a fucking poser, Draco shouted angrily as we to transformation. We were holding hands. Vampire looked really jealous. I could see him crying blood in a gothic way. Get it? Be like, Gerard. Okay, so okay, yeah, I should. Why did you have to ruin Numb, man? Why did you have to ruin Numb? Okay, Homestretch, chapter 19. We have like three more to. I'm not okay, I promise. That's chapter 19's name. Ian, please stop flaming the story. If you do, you're a fucking prep and you're jealous. Okay, 1-1 from knock un. I'm going to dealt your men reviews. 1-1-1. By the way, everyone need a poor blood. So dare. I thanks to Raven for the help. 1-1. All day we sat angrily thinking about Dumbledore. We were so fucking pissed off. Well, I had one thing to look forward to, the MCR concert. It had been postponed, so we could all go. Anyway, I went to the common room sadly to cut classes. Draco was being all secretive. I asked what it was, and he got all mad me and started crying all hot and angsty. Ranked sensitive. Bye guys is so hot. No one fucking understands me, one. He shouted angrily as his black hair went in his big blue eyes like Billy Joe in Boulevard of Broken Dreams. He was wearing black baggy pants, a black My Chemical Romance t-shirt, and a black tie. Get it? Cause of tie, cause I'm gothic. I'm wearing a black leather low cut top with chains all over it, a black leather mini, black high heeled boots, and a cross belly thing. My hair was all up in messy, really high bun, like Amy Lee in Gong Under. Email me if you want to see that pic. Accuse me? What about me? I growled. But he, it fucking looks like he shouted, but it was too late. I knew what I heard. I ran to the bathroom angrily. Cring. Draco banged on the door. I whipped and wept as my bloody eyeliner streamed down my cheeks and made cold tears down my feces like Benji in the video for girls and boys. Raven, that is so our video. I took out a cigarette and started to smoke pot. Suddenly, Hagrid came. He had appeared. You gave me a fucking shock, I shouted angrily, dropping my pot. What the fuck do you think you're doing in the girl's room? Only it wasn't just Hagrid. Someone else was with him too. For a second, I wanted it to be Tom Ridd or maybe Draco, but it was Dumbledore. Dumbledore is like the best antagonist. It's like you have Grindelwald, who's like, I mean, like Harry Potter mythos, Grindelwald is like low tier, F tier. You have like high E tier, you have Dumbledore. Sorry, high E tier, you have Voldemort. But then you have like F plus, you have Dumbledore. Dumbledore is the best Harry Potter villain. No one can beat him. Okay. Hey, I need to ask you a question, he said, pulling out his black wannabe gothic purse. What are you wearing to the concert? You know who My Chemical Romance are? I gasped. No, I just saw there was a concert that a lot of goths and punks were going to, he said. Anyway, Draco has a surprise for you. It's a surprise gonna be. I can't believe you guys are still watching. Okay. Yeah, just keep commenting so that I know that you guys are awake or something. We are almost reaching the 2 hour mark. Damn, 20 minutes away. So we have to complete 3 chapters in 20 minutes. But I think that's doable. So let's do it, guys. Come on. Support. Chapter 20. An. I said, do not care what you think. Stop flaming. Okay, preps. One thanks to Raven for the help one. Oh yeah, by the way, I'll be on vacation in Transylvania for the next 3 days, so do not expect updates. All day I wondered what the surprise was. Meanwhile, I bought on a black leather mini, a black corset with purple lace all over it, a black gothic compact boots. MCR were gone to the concert again since Voldemort had taken over the last one. I slit my wrist while I marched to MCR in my bedroom all night, feeling excited. Suddenly, someone knocked on the door while I was trying on some black clothes and motioning to Fang you for Davana. I got all mad and turned it off, but sacredly, I hopped inside that he was Draco, so we could do it again. What the fucking hell are you doing? I shouted angrily. It was Lupin. Are you gonna come rape me or what? I yelled. I was allowed to say that because Dumbledore had told us all to be careful around him and Snap since he was a pedo. No, actually, get it? Hell, actually. Can I please borrow some condoms? Condemns. He growled angrily. See, growling, it's all a reference. Like, yeah, so you can fuck your 6-year-old girlfriend, huh? I shouted sarcastically. Fucker, he said, gong way. Anyway, I put on some black eyeshadow, black eyeliner, and some black lipstick and white foundation. And then I went. Then I gasped. Snake and Lupin were in the middle of the empty hall doing it, and Dobby was watching one. Oh my god, you ludicrous idiot. They both shooted angrily when they saw me. Dobby ran away crying. They got up, though. Normally, I would have been turned on. I love seeing guys do it. But both of them were fucking preps. By the way, Snake is morphed to Gryffindor now. Character development. See the arc. See the arc. What the fuck? Is that why you wanted condoms? I asked sadistically. See, I spelled that. Only you wouldn't give them to me. Lumpkin shouted angrily. Well, you should have told me, I replayed. You dimwit. Snake began to shoot angrily. And then I took out my black camera and took a pic of them. You could see that they were naked and everything. Well, excuse me, they both shouted angrily. What was that about? It was to blackmail you, I snarked. So now next time you see me doing it with my boyfriend, you can't fucking rat me out or I'll show you this pic to Dumbledore. So fuck off, you bastards. I started to run. They chased me, but I threw my wound at them and they tripped over it. Well, anyway, I went outside and there was Vampire looking extremely fucking hot. What the fuck, where Draco? I asked him. Oh, he's being a fucking bastard. He told me he wouldn't come. Vampire said, shaking his head. You wanna come with me to the concert? Then he showed me his flying car. I gasped. It was a black car. He said his dog father's serious black. I lost it, guys. I lost it. He said his dog father, Sirius Black, had given it to him. The license plate on the front said My Chemical Romance 666 on it. The one on the back said Enobi on it. I gasped. We flew to the concert hall. My Chemical Romance was there playing. Vampire and I began to make out, moshing to the music. I gasped looking at the band. I almost had an orgasm. Gerard was so fucking hot. He began to sing Helena, and his sexy, beautiful voice began to fill the hall. And then I heard some crying. I turned around, saw Draco crying in the corner. Draco and Enobi make it? Let's see. Chapter 12. AN. Fuck you, K. You fucking suck. It's not my fault if it's spelled wrong, okay? Cause that bitch Raven, cause it fuck you, Prebs. Whoops, saws Raven. Thanks for the help. By the way, Transylvania rocks hard. I even got to go to the castle where Dracula was filmed. Later, we all went in the skull. Draco was crying in the common room. Draco, are you okay? I asked in a gothic voice. No, I'm not, you fucking bitch. He shouted angrily. He started to run out of the place in a suicidal way. I started to cry because I was afraid he would commit suicide. It's okay, Anobi, said Vampire comfortably. I'll make him feel better. You mean you'll go fuck him, won't you? I shouted angrily. Then I ran to get Draco. Vampire came too. Draco, please come. He began to cry. Tears of blood came down his pale face. I was so turned on because I love sensitive bye guys. If you're a homophone, then fuck off. That's right. I don't want to see any debates just like with H in the name. Um, all the copycat guys, like this fuck off. All those homophones, fuck off. Okay? If your name is in any way related to my name, if you work for Nivea the shampoo company, fuck off. And then we heard some footsteps. Vampire got out his black invincibility coke. Black invincibility coke is like, woo. We both got under it. If it's black, it can't be invisible. Okay. We saw the janitor, Mr. Norris, there, shouting angrily with his flashlight in his hand. Who's there? He shouted angrily. We saw Filth come in. He went under the invisibility cloak and started to meow loudly. Is anyone there? Yelled Mr. Norris. No, fuck you, you preppy little loser son of a fucking bitch, Vampire said under his breast in a disgusted way. Excuse me, who said that? Yelled Mr. Norris. Then he heard Filch meow. Filth, Filth is Filth, is there anyone under the cloak? He asked. Filth nodded, and then Vampire Frenched me. He did it just as Mr. Norris was taking off the cloak. What? What? He yelled, but it was too late because we were running away from him. And then we saw Draco crying and bursting into tears and slitting his wrists outside the school. Draco, I cried. Are you okay? I guess so. Draco wept. We went back to our coffins, Frenching each other. Draco and I decided to watch Lake Placid. See, isn't that depressing? On the gothic red bed together. As I was about to put in the video, my eyes rolled up, and suddenly I had a vision of something that was happening now. There was a knock on the door, and Fog and the mystery of magic walked into the school. What's gonna happen, guys? What's gonna happen? Shit. Okay, we're at the last chapter of today. AN. Shut the fuck up. Preps, stop flaming, okay? If you do not like it, fuck off. I know it's Mr. Norris, it's Raven's fault, okay? You suck. One. No, just kidding, Raven. You fucking rock. Preps suck. All day, everyone talked about the misery of magic. Well, anyway, I woke up the next day. I was in my coffin, so I opened the door. I was wearing black lacy leather pajamas. Then I gasped. Standing in front of me were Bloody Mary, Vampire, Diabolo, Draco, Dracula, and Willow. I opened my crimson eyes. Willow was wearing a tight black leather top with I opened my crimson eyes. Willow was wearing a tight black leather top with pictures of bloody rose all over it. Under that, she wore a black poofy skirt with lace on it and black gothic boots that was attached to the top. Vampire was wearing a baggy, simple plan t-shirt and baggy black pants and bands. Draco was wearing a black My Chemical Romance t-shirt and black jeans and leather jacket. He looked just like Gerard way and almost as fucking sexy. Vampire looked like Joel Madden. Bloody Mary was wearing a tight black poofy gothic dress that she had ripped so it showed off all her cleavage with a white apron that said bitch and other swear words and My Chemical Romance lyrics on it. Kind of like one dress I had seen Amy Lee wear once. Darkness with ripped stuff all over it and a lace up top thing, and black pointy boots. So were Crab and Goyle. It turns out Darkness Diavolo Crab and Goyle's dad was a vampire. He committed suicide by slitting his wrists with a razor. He had raped them and stuff before too. They all got so depressed that they became gothic and converted to Satanism. Oh my fucking god, I yielded as I jumped up. Why the fuck are all of you here? Enobi. Something's really fucked up, Draco said. Okay, but I need to put on my fucking clothes first, I shouted angrily. It's alright. We have to go now, and you look kawaii anyway. You're so fucking beautiful, Draco said in a sexy voice. Oh, alright, I said smiling. But you have to tell me why you're being all erective. I will, he said. So I just put on some black eyeliner, black lipstick, and red eyeshadow and white foundation. Then I came. We all went outside the great hall, and looked in from a window. A fucking prep called Brittany, it's Brittany, bitch, from Gryffindor was standing right next to us. She was wearing a pink mini and a Hilary Duff t-shirt, so we put our middle fingers at her. Inside the great hall, we could see Dumbledore called, "This cannot be," she shouted angrily. "The school must be closed. The Bark Lord students," yelled Cornelia Fudge, yelled Rum. Looked at each other. I gasped.